Dear Hoping for a Brighter Future, my name's Adam and I graduated from the Restart in December of 2013 and I've been in recovery ever since. I'd just like to tell you a little bit of my story. So, I started gaming in my early childhood and I really just grew up playing video games as much as I could. A harmless recreation slowly grew to a full-fledged addiction while I was still in grade school, and my passion for gaming eventually became more of an obsession than a passion for the internet and all technological things. Online gaming and the internet held me as their slaves nearly all of my childhood and absolutely all of my adolescence. I withdrew both emotionally and physically from those that I loved. I lied to whoever I really needed to in order to get my fix, including myself. My life got completely absorbed by it. Depression slowly began dominating my life, and I began to hate myself. I didn't want to be alive. How could I? Life wasn't what it was supposed to be. I thought of life as a miserable endurance, and I felt that honestly, that I had just nothing to offer the world anymore. I was just sick of my parents' resources. I was sucking them up, and I didn't take responsibility for my actions. And when I imagined my future, all I could see was black. I never thought I would really just amount to anything. I went to gaming and the internet as really my only solace from all my other thoughts, my perceived expectations of those around me, and my failure at being a functioning part of society. Something had to change. Now, realizing that gaming was interfering with a healthy life, I tried to limit my time playing, but it just didn't work. I'd always budge my self-imposed limitations. My older sister had actually given me a copy of a book on gaming addiction called Cyber Junkie months before this epiphany, but I never read it because I didn't have a problem, according to me. As my struggle with trying to regulate my gaming and failing miserably continued, my heart opened up to just giving this book a chance, and I realized after reading Cyber Junkie that I was actually addicted to gaming. Without a real understanding of addiction, I decided to give up gaming. I uninstalled my online game of choice and I got on with my life, or at least I tried to. I underestimated how impossible that would be on my own. I relapsed, and it was hard. I was bewildered at my failure, and I honestly felt totally lost. Trying to remove the addiction by my own strength just showed me, just how powerless I was over it. And it was then that I reached out, and a family friend told me about Restart. Now, having experienced relapse, I was willing to be 100% honest during my stay at Restart. And almost immediately upon arriving, I began learning valuable tools for just fighting addiction, and I was desperate for the insight provided at each subsequent meeting. And it was just immensely helpful to struggle alongside other guys in similar situations. We just learned a lot from each other's struggles and encouraged each other to press on and keep moving forward. The staff showed a love from God himself, and they pushed us to really just seize a life free from dependency on gaming and tech. My recovery is very much linked with my faith in God, and I constantly give up the feelings of wanting the things that enslaved me and instead choose the truth of living in freedom. When I was in the depths of addiction, everything I did was just based on how I felt, and I felt absolutely awful. I didn't know, that I should live based on truth, but, not the ebbing tide of feelings. And I believe I was just led to Restart to gain the tools necessary to just fight those lies of my addicted mind. My recovery is one day at a time, but by the grace of God, I haven't gamed at all since graduating from Restart. And I'm being honest when I say that the tools I learned at Restart are crucial to my day-to-day recovery. The time I spent with Restart gave me the momentum I needed to develop healthy habits and live a full life in continued freedom from addiction. Now look, I'm far from perfect, and I still get discomfort and desire to just escape to gaming from time to time. And in those times, I remember tools I learned at Restart, and I just give my anxieties to God. I'm a work in progress, but I'm alive, and I can't be more grateful for that. So thank you for just reading my story, listening to my story, and I hope that wherever you are, you find freedom from just compulsive living and the strength and peace to live each day and our gift of life to its fullest. Gratefully yours, Adam.